Namaste, Soul Tribe family. Welcome back my way on this Divinely Guided Day. Hopefully, you're well and rested, and so are your families too. We're heading it in. We're heading it in. We're getting the week out the way. Okay. That's exactly the energy I'm feeling. But the energy that came out, they don't want you to leave them behind, y'all. Okay. Somebody out here is feeling abandoned. Okay. They're feeling the energy of abandonment. They could have been born the year of 82. Okay, they want to say hello, like, hi, don't forget about me. 43 breaks down to 7, 82 breaks down to 10. Okay, this is like at a completion. This is the 82 breaking down to 10. That's a completion of a cycle. You finally cut a cord. And I feel like with this 43, you could be 43 years old or anywhere between the ages of 22 to 43. 43 breaks down to 7. I feel like they never thought that you would do this, cut them off. But you did it because they've proven to be some sort of false person here that you decided to move on from. Mhm. All right, so y'all, let's hop into this energy. And before I do, welcome to all being 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. We're over here, we keep it real. Sometimes I come in hot and sometimes not. What that means is I do cuss and curse, I speak the truth, and I call out names when guided too. Hopefully, you can vibe like that. And if you can, allow me to be the first to welcome you. And two, my A1s who are my day ones and the Soul Tribe family members as a whole. And I mean everyone, the ones who have subscribed, the ones who have been rocking with me since day ones, the one who have joined. I love you and the divine loves you. Thank you so much for being a part of our space. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Ashe and thank you. Let's hop in, y'all. Woo! Divine, at this time, I ask that you provide us with protection during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you strike it down or cut it down as we too strike it down and cut it down, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Also, shielding our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels with the mighty shield from any intruding negative energy, witchcraft, black spell magic, or evil. Every day. Ashe and thank you. All right, y'all, look. Your divine protection was to move on, okay? I feel that's what it was. The moving on is what has protected you from this energy, okay? I feel that's why they feel like they're abandoned, but I feel like you have something better coming in. This soulmate ties, this energy could jeopardize your relationship, and you know that because there's something that they had done before. This is something that spiritual law, or even this could be something that, they have done before. Now, with this, moving on into your protection, possibly getting, this is a manifestation. You've manifested this love. You've thought about it so much that you've manifested this soulmate. And you know that this energy could jeopardize that because you could have been in some sort of legal battle or fight, or you've been in something legal with this energy before. They've proven to be false to you, or someone that you couldn't trust, or someone you felt like, yeah, you couldn't trust them. You felt like they would betray you. You've been in some sort of legal altercations with them before, and it was just because of who they, shit. I feel this energy. Before I say that, let's see. Tell me more about this abandoned false legal energy. Yeah, this energy could be sick mentally, emotionally, physically, or they wanted you to be sick. There could be some sort of legal proof of that. Somebody could have been trying to, forge some false documents saying that you were sick. Maybe there's something in the courts. Somebody wanted you to be in some hospital sick somewhere, family, going through something. Mm-mm. Let me shake my. Woo! Here we go. There could have been some legal stuff. Because the mail, you could be somewhere 10 years, they're still gonna send some mail to the wrong address. That's purposely done. Hmm. People could have been having certain things routed to an address you may have used in the past, but you weren't there, but the gang stalkers knew to send something there. Okay. Something like that. Hmm. That's why sometimes you don't get your mail and you're like, well, I ain't lived there in 10, 15 years. Why would my shit go over there? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Somebody's coming in the distant future. I feel like this has something to do with the soulmate too. They want to say hello. Might be blonde hair, blue eyes too. Never know, family. Hmm? Quit playing. For real. But something's coming in the distant future. Let's see what it is. Oh, wait. A courthouse? Why is it with the legal? Damn. There was some sort of legal courthouse. Oh, did you get married in the courthouse? Some of y'all got married in the courthouse. This could have been to your soulmate, or really, there could have been a legal matter that went to the courthouse, but somebody's coming back. Okay. This could be current, present energy, distant future. And it's the courthouse. What's the courthouse coming back for? What's going on? Oh, behind something that got blocked. I don't know if something has. Ooh, what was blocked? Hello, distant future courthouse and blocked. There could have been something that got you didn't get informed on, or you didn't get a notification from it. It got blocked. This could have had something to do with some sort of paperwork here, and it was forged. Somebody could have been playing like they was you and they was sick in a hospital or some weird shit like that. They had some health concern here, or somebody was trying to act like they got abandoned by someone due to some sort of mental ailment or something. They were trying to bring up some big old legal thing about this or some shit like that. Somebody tried to say you abandoned them because you were mentally ill, tried to put something in the courthouse, but your chakras is all the way in alignment and you a sweetheart out here with nothing but real love on your mind while I'm hearing real love. I'm searching for a real love. That's what I'm hearing. So somebody was out here trying to say you was mentally ill or something, but you just somebody who's in full alignment with yourself, with your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be conducting your life until you get to that point. You've already manifested protection and a soulmate through your thoughts. You've moved on from this energy back here, and this energy may have done something that you didn't even know about, but they could be tied to something that's going on currently in your life pertaining to some sort of documents, information, statements, or some sort of agreement that they made with somebody who was in the U.S. Department of whatever, U.S. Department of whatever, but it's legal, has something to do with the government. Somebody could have forged your information, played it off like it was you or something, family. We'll get some clarification. Woo! Whatever statement they made about you abandoning them, it was false. The courts found that out. Yeah. Now somebody is held in some sort of bondage or they're being held accountable. Somebody has to take accountability here for trying to hold somebody who's held in high honor in bondage of some sort. Bondage and high honor. Somebody could have been trying to hold somebody who's in high honor in bondage through the courts. What? We gonna get clarification on that. Mhm. Yeah, somebody was trying to say you was crazy, batshit crazy or some shit until some shit was just happening. And you were just like, damn, you could ask a simple question, family, and people are, I am not fibbing, divine feminine. You could ask a simple fucking question and get a whole asinine answer. You be looking like, what the fuck? Where that response or a response? You know what I'm saying? The responses you were getting just weren't even passing the common sense test. They were making you look at people like, what the fuck? It was like they were purposely trying to trigger you so that you would be appearing like you was batshit crazy or some shit. I don't know. I'm also picking up this energy here for caregivers. Now I don't know where that came from, but somebody, okay, could have felt like you abandoned them. All right, there could have been some sort of some sort of document here, okay, that is being evaluated by the courts. Somebody here could be in a hospital right now, and something about you being in a document. I just heard that. Mm, okay. Yeah, and I just go to say something. Yeah, there could have been a rich guy who was very jealous and envious of you. Hmm. Because of your occupation. Somebody's losing out because you are no longer up under their thumb. Hmm. This rich guy had a lot to do with this whole thing. He was paying some people off. Uh-oh. Yeah, this rich guy is no longer paying somebody off here or something like that, family. Hmm. Somebody's feeling abandoned because it's almost like it's like, I don't know if this is like some sort of investigation here. Somebody could have been even jealous of some sort of rich guy. Let me get more clarification on this. This jealous and envy and rich guy and occupation. At the bottom of the deck, it's a high priestess. So something and the karma that you brought in. Yeah, there were some flying monkeys that were working for a rich guy. I promise you, they was getting some money. Attacking a healer. I can't make it up. Hmm. Look, this rich guy fell prey to some flying monkeys. These flying monkeys, they're jealous of you. They got abandoned. Okay, this rich guy pulled out on them. Hmm. The moment the legal investigation came in, the moment shit these documents, because somebody tried to put some sort of false document or something. I think you could have sent something in, family, and somebody intervened, try to block that from getting to the courts. You may have doubled back and sent it in again, 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 and then sent it to multiple people. This caused the rich guy to abandon this team of people that I feel like they had something to do with these false documents. Hmm. I told you, as soon as it got escalated, something got escalated to like the higher ups, court officials, things of that energy. Okay. Somebody was trying to say that there was a high priestess that was sick. You ain't sick. You just a high priestess. You're a messenger. I feel like this is why people are getting karma now with this hello and karma here. I feel like, karma's coming back around saying hello to these flying monkeys, definitely in the distant future. Yep. Because something about this, whatever these documents were, they were being tied to abundance money. Okay. This is a whole scheme going on here. Okay. Somebody was trying to block a healing energy and you moved on. It's like you moved on away from this voodoo or these practices or these dark energies. Something about you being protected ever since you was a child. Hmm. Message. I feel this message is pertaining to your chakras being in an alignment. Hmm. It's like this protection, this total alignment, this total balance between dark and night, good and bad, good and evil. I feel like, there's somebody out there that is balanced exactly as you are or has carries the same frequency as you do. Mm. Yep. Folks can't even get pissed off at this. It's something about they knew, that it's part of the universal law or something like that. What they did was not. What they did was not. That's why people got involved. That's why higher ups got involved. That's why legal got involved because it started affecting your occupation. Once it started affecting your occupation, how you contributed to something, because you're a contributor, however you see fit. I feel like you contribute to the government by shit paying your fucking taxes. Mm. Hmm. They started messing with your money, your occupation, and somebody wanted you to have a health concern, High Priestess. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more about this High Priestess health concern. What is this about? Tell me more. Yeah, that's what they wanted to tell somebody with this here, this in this relationship. They were telling somebody in a relationship that you was crazy, you was sick, something. And the whole time you've been a whole single, sexy, and successful High Priestess energy. But they were out here telling somebody that you were sick. This is somebody that was projecting onto you what they are. They could possibly be sick mentally, emotionally, physically. I feel like your ancestors protect you. Yes, because you're a healer. You have your healing attributes and skills and gifts from your ancestors. You know that healing comes through thoughts of love. You've been thinking about love so much that you've been manifesting a masculine energy or a feminine energy, but then also healing others as well. Mm. Through the thoughts of love. That's why they can't be mad at you. Mm. Wow. Okay. Mm. Tell me more about this voodoo child animosity in the reverse. Yeah, period. Wow. Clarified by the rich girl? Ooh, wee. And people painting a false narrative. So, voodoo child animosity in reverse is clarified by the rich girl. So, you may be financially rich. I feel like you are a part of a very prosperous family because of something about your genius. Genius? You're a genius. Something about your family has been your family's rich off of your genius. Yeah, okay. That was different. Right. That's why you can't be in poverty because your family is rich off of your genius, off of your geniusness or something like that. Somebody out here could be obsessed. Tell me more about this obsession. Your family is rich off of your genius. And that's why people can't even be mad at you for you moving on or cutting them off because now that you done figured out what the hell was going on, they be mad too. Ain't that a bitch? Huh? Yeah, see, they was obsessed with your blissfulness. This is where you have reached that total perfection when it comes to happiness between light and dark energy. They was obsessed with your blissfulness. That's why these people didn't want to let you go, being your family, being these energies out here. Yeah, they done spread a bad narrative about somebody who's really held in high honor, and it just comes out that people just love your damn energy. They're in love with your energy. I cannot make it up. They are in love with your energy. Mm. Look at the bottom of the deck. Surprise, yeah. You're very wealthy. You're very wealthy. Okay. That's why they were out here trying to do death spell magic on you because of some sort of false documents. They wanted your wealth transferred to them. I cannot make it up. After I shuffle, it's still at the bottom. Yeah, they was doing death spell magic on you because they wanted your wealth transferred to them. Death magic has been returned to all senders tenfold. And this may not be physical death. This is just giving me energetic death, death to them being able to manifest, death to them being able to, you know, acquire abundance, possibly even death to their dreams. And in some cases, it could be a physical death to somebody because they put your ass in the hospital. I don't know. And I don't know if, this is them, this was their intent. Some of y'all could have been getting out of the hospital not knowing why. Okay. Only take a resonate, leave it does not flip the roses you see fit. This is a general read. Mm. But somebody that was their intentions, okay? Because they wanted you to not have this relationship, this soulmate tie here. Because everybody knew that they couldn't even be upset at the fact that you manifested this soulmate through pure deep thoughts of love. But they want to keep your love. Look, I can't make it up. This person right here is somebody that sponsors you, honey. They may give you donations. They may be blessing you with unexpected money. This is this energy. Mhm. That's that soulmate energy with this abundance and this soulmate out here. Somebody is finding out that, like, really, there were a lot of people trying to take something from you. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, you got that good, good. They don't want to let you go. And I mean, that good, good. That's your energy. Okay. That's a lot of good, good. Taking how it resonates. You may have good energy. You may have good loving. Okay. You may have good work ethics. You may have good conversation. You may be just good company, but you got that good, good, and they don't want to let it go. That's what they're obsessed with. That's what they're obsessed with. That is exactly what they're obsessed with. Mm. I feel like once you found out your that you are exactly whatever it is that you want your life and world to be, family. So you took yourself out of a poverty mindset. You took yourself out of a poverty mindset and put yourself into an energy of where you are prosperous. hmm and abundant, both physically, mentally, and internally, as above, so below. These people trying to, they wanted it. Okay, tell me more. Yeah. Now, inner voice consciousness, universe, soul frequency, and vibration came out in the verse because they didn't have it. They were flying monkeys. They were being puppeted. They were being told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. They were being told to try to attack you or instill fear or make you feel uncomfortable, or you know what I'm saying? And while they were doing these things, I feel like, you were tapping into people who were basically being controlled by somebody. I feel like it was this rich guy out here. This rich guy had partnered with a team of people who felt maybe you abandoned them in some kind of way, and they were jealous and envious of that. So they had people doing death spell magic and all kind of stuff. That shit got returned, and it's hitting them in their pockets. It's hitting them in their households, their with their families, friends. Same things they wanted it to hit you. It's hitting them. I can't make it up. This is a revelation of the enemy. hmm That jealousy, that envy, that manipulation. Okay, being a content hater, they could be hating on your content or something. Yeah, they're upset with you. They're mad at you. Because I feel like this flying monkey energy with this rich man, they were flying monkeys and a rich man was paying them. Now they ain't got shit. Yeah. I feel like you are living in the energies of serenity. You've been enlightened. Your faith is so strong. Yeah, you listen to the quiet voices of the Most High, the Divine, the Creator of all living things, your ancestors, angel guides, and look, your ancestors, angel guides, and your spiritual team as a whole. And you're always open to positive energy and pure intentions, and you make that clear that you're always about them pure, clear intentions. And I feel like somebody out here just tried to play you Like that doesn't exist. Like your faith doesn't exist. Like, you don't, and they don't really know what you believe in. That's the crazy thing, family, because see, look, there's so many gods running around, right? So, you try to clarify all the time. But see, a lot of people can say your same words, but really where their heart is at, where is their heart at? The divine knows where your heart is at. That's why when you say you are connected to the most high God, the divine creator of all living things, you better believe, you better be connected. Somebody tried to spin a narrative that wasn't true because you always in thoughts of love. Seriously. Quiet as it's kept, you trying to manifest your forever and ever, 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 forever, ever, forever, ever. hmm So in your thoughts of love, shit, that's still being broadcasted. Those vibrational frequencies are being broadcasted to the universe, despite what is going on in the background. Yeah, they're very upset because of everything backfiring. I cannot make that shit up. They're getting caught up across the board on a lot of shit. On the chime. Damn, chime 3 times? Yeah, they're getting caught up. Very upset because everything is backfiring. I'm telling you, these people was trying to hijack your energy so they could, I mean, hijack your whole identity and everything so that they could, like, take your money from you, take this generational wealth from you. You are tied to a 10 of Pentacles. This is tied to your legacy. They had clouded vision here, had no clarity on the matter. They showed it, and they didn't have clarity on the matter. All you know, family, is your shit's being taken, and the only ones you could think could do this is someone close to you or something along those lines. But whatever it is, everybody is being looked at sideways because everybody has shown you a reason for wanting to do something to you, whether it was because they was jealous of your success, jealous of your hustle, jealous of your grind, jealous of the way you live, look, walk, talk, dress, jealous of your friends, associates, jobs, relationships, partnerships. Somebody is always showing you their true colors here. That's what I'm seeing and picking up. Okay. Many of them wanted to keep an eye on you because they was making money off of you. They never saw this coming, played with you the wrong way. I promise you, they never saw it coming. Mhm. They never saw it coming. They never saw this kind of a karma coming because this is some deep karma. I want you to enter and understand this, family. This is some deep karma that's hitting these people right now because a lot of these people were within the governmental system. They were in departments that were supposed to be protecting you. These people were supposed to protect you, and they did not. They buddied and partnered with other people to come up against you instead. Yeah. To be these false persons, these fake and all the time ass people you can't trust. They lie all the time. They do lie for money. Period. Yeah, they're anti-hero, anti everybody, non-social, bigot, racist type of energies. I feel like this cat is that. This rich guy is that. See, he's somebody that comes in with money, and money will turn a lot of people. Yeah, it's so sad, but it does. And you be looking like, damn. Yeah, these are he be dealing with fallen angels at the bottom of the deck, fallen angel Lucifer, archdemon, spiritual warfare, stronghold energy. Hell yeah, you walked away and moved on from that. That's who these energies are. Mm, You walked away and moved on from that. Let me see. And then look, it came. So if it's this way and it comes out, okay. So it came out in the reverse. So copycat, toxic X, sick, is either sick, okay. Disgrace, love bomb, lies, sorry and rebuked energy is out here, but it came out in the reverse. I feel like, if they wanted you to be doing, you don't be copying nobody. You don't have time. And I feel like any toxic ex trying to come back towards you, nope. And especially if they thought they was going to make you sick, not even. And something about all of this was a disgrace. They wanted to disgrace you, but they couldn't. But all this is being sent back because it came out in the reverse. The love bombing, you're not going for that anymore. The sorries, you're not going for that anymore. All that went in the reverse. Even if they tried to rebuke you, it's still in the reverse. They can't do nothing. They can't send nothing back. All that voodoo that they tried has been sent back to them. Mm-mm. Whew. Okay, family. I can't make it up. 1111 energy. That's where you're at. That's where you've always been. You've always been protected. 1111 may really be your number in the spiritual realm. Mm-hmm. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody was addicted to toxicity. They loved the drama. They love bomb everyone. This is this energy over here. This gives me, energy that wanted you to be in a situation to where you were going to have to belittle yourself. This is an energy that puts people into Five of Pentacles energy. Mhm. Trying to force you into something. Ooh, I know they had life fucked up. Yeah. They lost hope. I did not just tell you they had life fucked up. They lost hope. They sure did when they thought they was gonna ever do that to the divine's anointed and appointed. Now this motherfucker's in despair because everybody is leaving them because now that they know the truth behind what the lengths that they went to do something, now they understand why they're in these financial worries and feeling unstable and uncertain. Because that motherfucker was rich, giving all his money away, paying a lot of people, not looking and taking care of his business, trying to come for you, make your life a living hell. That was dumb. That was dumb. Yeah, that was dumb, family. I can't make it up. Insecurity, unexplained fatigue, exhausted, weakness, and tired. They wanted you in that energy. I'm telling you, that backfired. All that voodoo and that what they were doing backfired. All of it, yeah. You love being by yourself. Less obligations, less drama. They're toxic. They love drama. They thought they were isolating you and you thrive in isolation type energy. You thrive wherever you go type energy. This is what's being said now. They talking about it. Ooh, they love being by themselves. They thought they had them isolated. They thought they had them in poverty. Oh, that done backfired, girl. They doing this, and that's happened. Look, I feel like somebody gossiping about what somebody was doing and how they knew about it and they're watching them fall off. Yeah, you're beautiful. People are just jealous of your spiritual ranking, and there's a new direction that you're headed in, and it's a direction of healing, love, healing, and loving on yourself. Divine feminine. Mhm. Look at these folks over here, boy. I be telling you. They be like, yeah, these people were working with dark forces, evil spirits, demonic realms, powers of the darkness. Something about principalities. Why? Okay. Spirit said, jump into principalities. There's something here about some principalities. Let's see what's going on with this family. Hmm. Principalities. Let's see. Okay. Let me just see. Mm. Yep. This had something to do with some court officials because this was the fifth highest order of a ninefold centennial hierarchy. God damn. Oops, excuse me, y'all. I didn't mean, I just, the spirit was like, oh, look at principalities. I'm like, for what? But I guess there's more to principalities here. Yeah, in traditional Christian, ah, angelology, the fifth highest order of the ninefold celestial hierarchy. So this was tied to some dark shit that was tied to possibly, the religion, church, and the government. Damn. Mm. Mm. Somebody was paying some really big people. A chief deity, a Canaanite. What? Somebody was paying a chief deity, a Canaanite. Or this is a chief deity and they're a Canaanite. But I feel like when the government stepped in, yeah, that shit got shut down. Oh, listen, this person, yeah, they having unexpected setbacks, delays. They're frustrated about it because they were persistent in causing you some sort of nightmare, some sort of unrest. Now karma's coming back to kick them all up in their chest. They can't even breathe. They done got hit with something. They can't even breathe. Damn. Yeah, they got hit with this lineage connection. You got the celestial heritage, your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, and the Most High God. to knock the air up out their ass. Mm-mm. To knock the air up out their ass. Wow. hmm Look, they did not follow the divine guidance that they had. They knew something. They already knew. They knew what time it was. But you know what? I feel like this person was going off of other people and what other people were saying to them. These other people were painting you out to be a nobody. They done fucked around and found out you somebody. Mm, mm. Damn, painted you out to be a nobody. And they done fucked around and found out you somebody. Mm, damn. You definitely somebody in the spiritual realm and in the spiritual ranking. And that's one damn thing they cannot deny. That is a law they got to follow out of all the laws. These old made up statues and shit they be walking around coming up with day by day. Yeah, no, that's not law. Universal law is law. Mm. They already knew the divine guidance. They knew the guidance that you were under. I cannot make it up. They knew the guidance that you was under. 333. Wow. They knew the guidance that you was under. They knew that shit, family. Damn. They knew they fucked up. Look, they was too busy trying to get this money. Yeah. They knew you was under total equilibrium. Mhm. They was too busy trying to do blood sacrifices and get this voodoo magic and black magic and demonic oppression and all this darkness going around, acting like they the light and they weren't. And this was a no-no. This was a no-no. That was a no-no. That was a no-no. One more. A lot of fake friend energy out here. Could have been mature fake friends. Yeah, a lot of temptation cravings. I'm telling you, this was everything. This is sex, drugs, and money. hmm Sex, drugs, and money. Temptation, cravings, indulgences out here, disbelief, skepticisms, sudden triggers, triggering moments, triggering events. Yeah, no one will ever trust these people or this person again. And I feel it's this person. No one's gonna ever trust this rich guy again. Hmm. Yeah. Mm-mm. Because the high priestess done brought out something, and I feel like they never knew. This high priestess brought out um, what was hiding, who was hiding, where they was hiding, something about them hiding, bringing them out. They couldn't find this person with this two of pentacles in the reverse. They couldn't find them. Something they couldn't find that the imbalance. hmm You brought out something they couldn't find. Wow. Uh-huh. Showed it. It was like shit. Them coming after you just made them stand out like a sore thumb. Period. Yeah. They really didn't want you to ever make it home or do any reunions or something like that, or something pertaining to. They never thought you were going to reunite with your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors. They did not want you to reunite. Yeah, ooh wee. Now they experiencing the seven of wands in the reverse. You don't have to stand up for yourself anymore. The evidence stands up for you. No one's gonna trust this rich guy ever again because he was paying for someone to actually literally affect you. I cannot make it up. Paying for people to affect you, detour you, misguide you away from this soul connection that you've been manifesting through thoughts of love, trying to move on with your life, and people just were obsessed with your energy and didn't want you to move on with your life, just didn't want you to go anywhere, just obsessed with your energy because your energy brings them abundance. But not only that, there was somebody paying people to keep you up in some sort of strife, stress, fucking with your life, fucking with your money. Now it's happening to them. Right. I can't make it up. Now it's happening to them. Now their happiness and joy and everything is being snatched right on away. Yeah. They will never trust this rich man again. All right, family, I promise you, because they refuse to go through that symbolic death for miraculous rebirth. They refuse to close out cycles and move on. Instead, they just wanted to keep causing you some sort of a repetitive cycle over and over and over again. Because they refused to let you go after knowing they knew they ignored the laws. They ignored the universal law. Yep. They will never trust this rich man again. Three of Swords. He done broke a lot of people's hearts. Okay. People are separating from this black spell magic witchcraft energy over here. Okay. They are in sorrow for a lot of things that they have done to people. You got people out here, yeah, and then you got, look, he's still a cold-hearted bastard. Love in reverse. This is a cold motherfucker. They will never trust this rich man again. Okay, family? I ain't lying. Somebody out here looking at them like, man, you had it all. And this ain't even P. Diddy energy, but him too. But there's somebody else that be doing the same shit, but on a different level. Like harvesting like cattle, like working people to the bone and dogging them. And this is this energy. Like this somebody you was in a game in a different way. You were in the working industry, going to a 9 to 5, getting played. Some of y'all could have, lost that and just had to go all the way down. But then you was dealing with, yeah, this is a dirty motherfucker right here. This motherfucker made a game out of every situation, a circumstance in life. And look, the divine said, and every time you've been protected from that shit. Cause this motherfucker wanted you to go all the way down to the rock bottom. This bitch is going to the rock bottom with his rich bitch ass. Ain't nobody gonna trust this rich motherfucker again. Watch. I'm mad at his ass. Y'all see how I done got upset. Let me get up off of here. I love y'all. Let's go on a close out. At this time, Divine, thank you so much. Please, ooh wee, keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth, and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.